Hey guys and gals, welcome to another lesson brought to you by LearnDrumsLive.com. Today's lesson we're going to look at the train beat. This was something that was brought up to me recently by a student asked me about it and what my approach to it was, because he was playing in a band and they were going to be doing this feel that the guitar player said, well, like a train kind of beat. So I thought about it for a little while and thought about what the times that I play it and some of the variations that I do that are very similar, but there are some different variations that kind of make it a little different. So there's a little bit of contrast, so you're not doing the same thing every song for that particular feel. So I thought it'd be interesting to maybe look at 3 or 4 examples of observations that I've made of myself playing this particular beat, and we can kind of talk about it and go from there. So without further ado, let's look at the first example. Okay, so let's look at the first example. When I'm playing this beat, you know, I'm not thinking about it, but if you broke it down, it's really, I'm playing it, I guess, relative to 16th notes. So what I mean by that is I'm hearing it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So I'm accenting the ands, right? 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 4 E and a. And I'm leading with the right hand because my right hand's stronger. You can lead with the left. And you should practice that, but for me, I just naturally lead with my right, okay? As far as the feet go, usually what I'm doing is I'm playing the ands on the hat and then the quarter notes or the downbeats on the kick drum. So it'd be like this. So that's a real simple version. Now, if you wanted to play quarter, like 8th notes on the hi-hat, or you can do splashes. For simplicity's sake, I don't want to yell over the drums. Simplicity's sake, you know, just if you're new to this, just play the hi-hat on the ands and the kick drum and the quarter note. Now you can also, you know, change your kick drum pattern. So if you're doing this, something like that. Once you become comfortable, the key is making sure those hands are real steady. And I'll tell you, the slower you play the pattern, the harder it is. Okay? So in other words, this is actually, to me, easier than this. Okay? Because when you're playing slow, you got to really make sure that's super even. You have nothing to hide behind. Okay? So that's the first train beat, if you will. Now let's look at the second example. Okay, so now we're going to play, you know, all these patterns are going to be 16ths basically, except for we're going to do a pattern that includes 32nd notes in a minute. But generally we're in a 16th note feel, okay, where the and is being emphasized. But in this example, we're going to actually change the accents up a little bit. So let's start it out. So it's like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it is. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we're accenting the and the of beat 3 and the of beat 4. So that changes it up a little bit, adds a little bit more color. All right, now let's look at another example. All right, so in this example, we're going to keep the feet, you know, the feet or the foot pattern the same. And again, you can go back and experiment with, you know, patterns on your feet, but for now we're going to keep it the real simple. That kind of thing, okay? Quarter notes, ands. Now with the hands this time, we're going to change it up again, so it's going to be like this. So what I'm doing there is I'm adding a 32nd note on the E of 3. So it's 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E So in that example, we added 30-second notes on the E of 3, and then accented the ands and the right? So 1, 2. Okay, right? And then we also, you notice I switched hi-hat going from the ands to playing all 8th notes. All right, so that's another way you can approach the train beat. Now let's look at one more. All right, in this next example, in the last example, we're going to be accenting the E and the and of beat 1 and the E and the and of beat 3. Same foot pattern. So that's going to sound like this, something like this. Here we go. One E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Okay, a little faster. Okay, and you know, it's not like you have to play one of these throughout the song and not change it up. This is just kind of patterns that I've known, that I've listened to myself and said, oh yeah, okay, this is actually what I'm doing. You know, this is one of those things on the drum set you normally just kind of play and don't think about it. But I think it's good to analyze what you're doing if you're playing that train beat, and then practice it. Practice it with a click, practice at different tempos, and try different foot patterns. So anyway, experiment with this. Like I said, if you're a beginner, this might be new to you, and that's great. But if you've been playing for a while and you've just kind of fallen on the same old habits, maybe you should go back and listen to what you do and come up with some different patterns. And this kind of feel is very prevalent in a lot of different music. If you're a regularly gigging drummer and you play a lot of different types of gigs, events, whatever, there's a really good chance that you're going to have to be able to play this at some point. And if you listen to some old country or contemporary country or bluegrass, even some pop music, you're going to hear this beat. So mess with it. If you're right-handed, practice, play leading with the right, and also, play leading with the left. So anyway, I hope you find this useful. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Until next time, take care.